Hi everyone, it's Siobhan here, and I'm really excited to do this recording because it's something incredibly close to my heart, and this is the what, the why, the when, the how, the impact of energy protection. And I've made a separate recording for you on how to do energy protection and maintenance. That's the guide. This is kind of like understanding what it's all about, why you need to use it, what it is, and how you can really benefit from it. So that's where we're going in this recording. I really hope you enjoy it. Firstly, I really want to let you know that I prefer the term energy maintenance because for me, protection, it feels like I need to defend myself. And that's kind of an old way of thinking. It's coming from a place of fear. I don't need to fear anything because I am divine light and love, just as you are. So let's, use energy maintenance because that is like acknowledging who and what you are and embodying it and strengthening it, expanding it, enjoying it, using it for the divine good of yourself and all of humanity and the planet. So that's why I prefer to use the term energy maintenance. I have energy protection in the title because, let's face it, that's what most people are going to Google and look for. So that's why it's there. But me personally, this is the energy maintenance guide. And it is life-changing. It really changed my life. I felt like this should be taught in schools, should be shared with everybody, but better late than never. It's like having a user manual for this thing that you thought was really out of control in your life, but actually it's your greatest gift. So, who is this for? Energy maintenance is for all empaths, all sensitives, all people who have become energy and emotionally conscious, that you can feel things, you can sense emotions in a room or when something's not right. If you're sensitive in that way, this is your user manual. This is something that's really going to help you understand what to do and why it's happening. It's also really good for anybody who has a lot of contact with others intimately. So like actually lots of healthcare workers, lots of teachers, lots of healers, and like people who do counseling, social work, things like that. But also, people in the corporate world, right? There are so many toxic environments out there that are still quite rooted in the energy of scarcity, fear, and lack. So for you, if you're a divine light and an empath and a sensitive, having to go into work every day and to connect into that energy or work and exist within that energy, this will really change things for you. So yeah, it's really for anybody who feels that they get bombarded by other people's energy, that maybe they feel like other people take their energy. So often lots of energy workers after a few years stop. They stop working because they get impacted by the energy that's around them, or the energy that they are helping to rebalance within their clients. And unconsciously, they're taking on their energy. And so this will help with that. It also helps with the cleansing process as well. So if you are an empath or a sensitive, I really want you to know there is nothing wrong with you. You are a gift to this planet. Your role that you chose as an energy sensitive person on this planet, you are here not just for yourself, but for all of humanity. You're here for the planet. You're here for actually the galaxy as well. And why? Why? It's because the God source, the creator source, the universe, whatever name you want to use for the divine creator, it communicates through emotions and energy. Energy is emotions. And so it is a key component in helping us understand when we're in alignment with our divine truth and when we're not. So emotions are literally indicators of when we're in alignment or not. If you're feeling good, then you're in alignment. If you're not feeling good, then you're out of alignment. So there are these wonderful indicators, and you have chosen to be extra sensitive to emotions of yourself and others. Like for me growing up, I felt like I was the emotional tap for my family. Like I had people bottling up emotions around me, and it all was expressed through me. And so I was being told, with love, I was being told, you're too sensitive, you need to thicken up, too thin-skinned. And it's the role that we chose. And actually it's a great honor, because once you learn how to process your own emotions and to do your inner work, you will clear and heal that within yourself. But you also clear and heal it within others, within your sphere, your energy spheres and your energy range. And that is a great gift. All energy work that we do on ourselves, we also, like intentionally or unintentionally, we have a positive impact on all of humanity and the planet, because the planet is also ascending as well. So every bit of energy work that you do on yourself, you are doing it on behalf of all of humanity as well. So every day, if you choose to use this technique, know, excuse me, know that you're also doing it for all of humanity. So there's definitely nothing wrong with you. In actual fact, it's a role of great honor. So another point I want to make is that we don't really take on other people's energy. We feel other people's energy. We get confused sometimes as to what is ours and what is not. And that's why maintaining your energy on a really regular basis, like twice a day, is important, so that you know your own energy, so that when you're in contact with a client, there's lots of releasing going on at the moment. So obviously that was a really big, impactful statement about the honor of your role. So just take a couple of slow, deep breaths. Maybe pause the recording, take some slow, deep breaths. And then once that's processed, then continue on with the recording. So, this is a beautiful gift that you've been given. Okay. So what exactly is this gift that I'm going on about? So energy maintenance is when you consciously acknowledge the energy that you hold. So you are divine light and love, and you consciously embody it, and in doing that, you strengthen it, you become it even more. And it's not just in your body, but in your energy field. And you place this acknowledgement, this strength within the energetic layers around you. And doing that acts as like a filter of discernment that positively impacts your own energy field. So, and that is why you can feel what is yours and what is not. You just become a bit more aware of, this is new. Is it mine? I don't think so. So you can just discern more. Now, when we do this with the energy of love, it allows us to, as I said, to discern energies better. It allows us to feel other people's energy, but not be negatively impacted on it, and not be impacted by what I call an energy dump, which is like when somebody sits somewhere and has like a cathartic release, and they dump that energy there, and then they kind of get up and they feel better and they leave, and they don't clean it up because they're not energetically aware. And then somebody comes and sits in it, and if you're unmaintained empath or sensitive, you're going to sit in that and think it's yours, and you can go from being really happy to being really bitter, resentful, angry, and sad, and all those things. And I even know somebody who was energy sensitive, and they were walking on like a raised boardwalk, and it was kind of high. And as they walked through it, they walked through somebody's energy dump, but that it was actually a suicidal energy dump. That the person had contemplated suicide in that moment and had chosen not to, but the energy of that was still there. And so as they walked along that boardwalk, they felt that. The energy sensitive empath felt that. They knew it wasn't theirs though. And so this is the type of discernment that I'm talking about. So you can see how that would incredibly impact your life in such a wonderful way. So when it's done with love, we're in the role of maintenance. When it's done with the energy of fear, and we feel like we need to protect ourselves, we can block other people's emotions. So, okay, maybe some of you want to do that. You want to block out other people's, you want to protect yourself from energy vampires, and you want to protect yourself from, nasty people and people that might be sending you bad vibes and with negative intentions and things like that. But if we do that with fear, like you can already feel the hardness of it. So it's putting up barriers, and that is not good for us. It's not good for humanity. It is a barrier of fear that we don't want to be negatively impacted. So by choosing to do it through love, it doesn't mean that energy is going to come and negatively impact you. It means that you'll actually be able to process it with awareness that it's not yours. So if you are a healer or a light worker, this is going to allow you to cleanse your energy easier, because the negative impact isn't coming through to you. But I do want you to know that you still need to clear the outer layers of your energy field. So sometimes if you've conducted a meditation with somebody or for a group of people, and you're feeling, you've been channeling and you've helped the participants release, right? As a healing meditation, you've helped the participants to release. And so in helping of that, you have helped to clear that. Now, some of that will have been released back into the portal of healing and gone back to the divine. Some of it will have gone through to the portal of healing down into Mother Gaia. Some of it is going to come to you, particularly if you have previously had, or maybe still are holding, similar issues. So even though you might be feeling so big and expanded and high with the energy that's flowing through you, on your outer field, it's still there. That there is sticky stuff out there that has come to you that you need to clear off, okay? Because you might find like the next day, you're really tired. That's because whilst you're sleeping, your energy field's kind of shrunk, and now all that stuff's come much closer to you and you're feeling its impact. So just be aware that you really need to focus your cleansing on the outer layers, but all layers, but it's good practice to do all layers, but particularly that outer layer. So it's actually, in the end, it's much faster. Okay. Now, this technique that I share in the other video is a technique that involves different layers, but it's actually modeled on the full moon. So this is what I've realized. So I've learned this from various mentors, and I've adjusted it to what works for me. And when I see the full moon in all its glory, you know, when it's out there and it's just shining and it's so big and bright and beautiful and you can see the layers around it, that is what you're creating. So if you haven't seen that, make sure next full moon that you set the intention to go out and really see the layers of the moon. Sometimes even through the clouds, you can see it. You can see these layers around the moon. That's what we have. Okay, so this is not something that you're putting into place to protect yourself. This is something you're maintaining. You already have it. You're just consciously connecting and refining what it is, tweaking it a little bit to suit you. So as I said, this is just a sharing of what I've learned that really works for me. Please tweak and adjust as required for you. This is just a sharing. This is not a dictatorship, right? It's just love. And I really suggest that you do this regularly. And what I mean by regularly is twice a day. So as soon as you wake up, if you can do it, then you've put yourself, you know, you're conscious of the energy. You've put yourself in this beautiful maintenance energy that is just pure divine light and love. And then you can live your day with that energy. And then at night, you do it again. So then you sleep in that energy. At night, it really helps you to clear off what is not yours. And then you sleep in this beautiful energy. And then you wake up, you feel good, you can do it again. So becomes this beautiful cycle of consciously connecting and being divine light and love in your life. And if you do it like morning and night, even if you just sit up in bed in the morning and do it, and then go and live your day. And at night, when you sit down on your bed, before you get under the covers, just sit there, give yourself a minute and do it. That's fine. Because this, and it should only take a minute. Once you know how to do it, you can just go, boom, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this layer, now I'm doing this, and now I'm doing this, and now I'm doing this layer. Like it's literally do it in a minute. So it's not going to take up a lot of your time that you might be dedicating to other things. This is a very fast thing once you know how to do it. Okay? All right, so why? Why do we do it? Well, I might have already covered some of this, but really why? Because empath sensitives and those who are energy consciousness, we really do feel and we connect to others' energy. And when you're not maintained, it can really impact you. For me, the biggest learning of this was when I'd only been awoken for about 5 years or so, and I was with my partner, now my husband, and we went out to a cafe, and that was a really nice thing, and we were in this beautiful place, and we were having a lovely day. And as I sat down into the chair in the cafe, there was an energy dump into it, in the chair. And as I sat down into it, I could feel this energy coming up within me. It was like a tide that was rising within my body and obviously my energy field. And Nick could see it and feel it happening to me. And he's like, don't go there. Don't do it. And I could feel it. We both knew it was happening, and it was like rising by that point. It was like up at my neck, and then it just kind of completely filled my body and my auric field with anger and bitterness. And then I became a real cow, and I was not pleasant. It was not nice. I just felt really resentful, and I displayed that resentment to him, and that, I remember it took me a couple of days to clear it, because I didn't realize that I had the capacity to clear it out of me. I knew it wasn't mine. I did have that awareness, but I didn't know what to do. And in those days, like, people would say, well, just connect to your own divine light in the middle of your heart chakra, and expand your divine light and love. And I would do that, but it was almost like it had like snapped back. And I felt quite dominated by this other energy. So things like this is just, it just really will change your life. Even going into like doing a presentation where you don't feel that the people that you're going to connect with or that will be present are going to be supportive or encouraging, and possibly that they're going to be really critical of you. So you can do this before you do a presentation. And you can do it, before something that you feel that you're going to be impacted a lot by other people's energy. So maybe, standing up in front of a large group of people, or standing up in front of a classroom of kids, you can do that. Do it beforehand just to help you. And so you can do it several times a day. And it's really important, if you suddenly realize that your energy vibration is really low, that you've become negative, just redo it, because negativity bursts this magnets. It at the very heart of it is light and positivity. So if you've gone negative, it means that something's really impacted you, and that can be other people's energy, or it could be your own thoughts. Okay, we are responsible for our own energy as well, right? So if you've realized that you're feeling negativity or you're feeling low, redo your energy magnets. Okay, increase your energy field, clean it up, and do your energy magnets. So yeah, there's lots of times that you can do it. I see it as like an internal shower. Like, I clean the outside of my body, but I also clean my energy field as well. It's good maintenance. It's light worker hygiene, light worker first aid. So it's light worker first aid. That's what it is. I just want to also mention about a why. A why. One of the reasons why we do this is because at the moment we still live on a planet with individuals that choose negativity. Not everybody chooses to connect to their divine light all of the time. So, there is a whole spectrum on this planet. And whilst you might be choosing to hold divine light and love as much as possible, not everybody is. And so there are some people that through like habits from past lives, they might have been vampires in past lives where they were taking other people's life force. Sometimes people do that. Now, unconsciously, they will come and sap somebody else's energy. Somebody who doesn't maintain their energy or protect their energy, they're much more vulnerable to that being drained by other people. And it's also really important to know that these people are usually very unconscious of what they're doing. So it's not that they're bad. So sometimes they're conscious, but the majority of times they're not conscious. They They just want to feel divine light and love. And if you're the closest one holding that energy, they're going to tap into you if you're not maintaining your energy and making it strong. So the thing to know about this is when you have all of your layers maintained, you're actually quite large. You get quite big. And so they can sit in your energy field and they can benefit from it. Like if you're on a bus and people are sitting around you, your energy field will probably fill more than half of the bus. So you can have all of these people in your energy field. They're going to all benefit of the good vibes that they can feel, but it's you, right? Now, when you maintain your energy field, when they get up and get off that bus, or when you get up and get off the bus, you take your energy with you, fully maintained. Nobody will keep your energy field, the energy rather that's in your energy field. They will return to their previous state. Okay, unless you've consciously been healing them and helping them release, then they will return. So if you're a healer and you're seeing people either in groups or one-on-one, the person who's sitting with you is in your energy field and you're consciously healing them. So they're going to feel better. Their energy field will rise up. That's why after a Reiki session or a healing session, people say, oh, I feel so much lighter. I feel so much better. Even just a counseling session, people will say that they feel lighter, they feel better. One of the things that they feel better about is because they've been in a higher vibrational energy field, which is yours. So if you have healed them, their energy, if you have helped them to release, and we call that healing, then they will benefit and their energy vibration will rise. But it's rare for them to rise as high as you, right? Because you are the inspiration and you are the guide, right? So you are brighter and bigger than them. When they go home, they will slowly return to their new state of energy. It'll be higher than what they were before, but it won't be as high as you. So often they'll go home and have a rest. So you might want to tell clients afterwards you're going to feel tired as you readjust to the energy. So just please give yourself that space to rest. Okay, so I find that really, really powerful for you and your clients and just to let them know what to do. All right, so just visualize and feel it. Feel this beautiful energy that you have maintained, and you're big and you're bright. So just imagine yourself that you're sitting in this bubble that fills the room that you're in, and it's an energetic bubble. So it looks like a sphere. So that means it can go through walls and floors and ceilings and furniture. But you are now radiating this energy. So that's going to impact you, obviously, your dwelling, and even the land that you're on. It will positively impact the people that you live with, the people that live below you or above you if you're in a condo. So know that you're much bigger physically than you physically are. And so you have this positive impact on everyone. And the more that you practice, the bigger your energy field can be. It's completely up to you. So that means that you can hold more divine light and love the more that you do this, right? You become more accustomed to it. You enjoy it more. So obviously you start expanding. You become shinier, brighter. You're expanding. You feel more peaceful. You're more in the flow. You're less impacted by the drama about you. You're able to hold more unconditional love and acceptance. So it's really beautiful. And as you expand, either consciously or unconsciously, with your intention, you do impact those around you. So if you carry and you're this at work, you can impact your team. in a very subtle and beautifully positive way. Okay? And that's how your relationships around you can improve without you really having to do anything. Just being conscious of who you are and maintaining that on a regular basis. And yes, that does mean that people who don't want to resonate at this level, they might move out of your life, and that's okay. So what that means is there's a harmonizing that begins to happen in your relationships. You begin to harmonize more with the people around you, and they will lift up. If they want to, if they are meant to, if that's part of their divine journey, their vibrational level will rise and will begin to meet yours. So it's beautiful. So, it's, if you think about this divine plan, it's really, really beautiful. And I'm blown away because I know that, as we expand, we also impact, how others around ourselves, others around us in the planet, and everything. And of course, even the animals and the plants also get positively impacted. But what I've been recently shown is that our impact is so much bigger than we ever realized. So it's actually intergalactic. So let me just share that, firstly, when you really choose to do this and you do it with love, you anchor your energy into the planet. And, that really benefits Mother Gaia. Our beautiful planet is ascending just as we are. Actually, she has ascended much further than what we have. But you are supporting her. So when you anchor your divine light and love, and you do this on a regular basis, where you are becomes golden. There is an energetic grid. It's a form of a pattern of sacred geometry that surrounds the planet. And what I've been shown is that when we fully embrace our divine light and love, it's like we have a staff and we anchor it into the ground. We slam it down into the ground. There's this sonic boom that kind of goes out into the sacred geometry grid of the planet. And there's a reason why you are living where you are on the planet, because you're actually on the grid. And if you're fortunate enough to be a part of where a junction of the grid lies, and there are many, many junction points, then the more you do it, the more people can feel you, and that junction near you or under you begins to light up. And then as that lightens up, the lines that radiate out from that junction also lighten up. So that means that you're having an impact, a positive impact to people who are on the grid. And other light workers out there will feel you. They'll have a more positive day. They'll want to be more divine light and love. So you're supporting people that you don't know that have this, are on the same path as you. And what I've been shown is that we're like 95% of the sacred geometry grid of the planet is already golden. And that's because we're ascending and people are choosing to hold more and more divine light and love. And so this grid is lighting up. There's only a few places now on the grid that are not golden. And what I've been shown is when the full grid becomes golden with divine light and love, then we as a planet will ascend. And what really blew me away the other day is what I was shown is that grid is also part of Mother Gaia's like layers of protection, of maintenance, of energetic maintenance. I almost said protection there. So it's part of her grid. And so she's like holding energy, waiting for us to all kind of get on board, to be more divine light and love, to activate this grid for her. And when it's activated, and this really blew my mind, when we're activated, then we are like a junction of an even greater sacred geometry grid, but it's a sacred geometry grid of our solar system. And there's also one for our galaxy, and there's also many for the universe. So it's like by choosing to do this, our impact just goes right out throughout the universe. And when I look at particularly the galactic the galactic sacred geometry that we're a part of, that we're about to activate, it is almost complete as well. Like most of them are almost complete. They're really waiting for these lower energy planets to come on board. And I just felt so excited when I saw it, because when they showed me us lighting up that aspect of the grid, like so much is going to positively change for us. It's like we now ascend and we open up even more now to the higher dimensions. And so the higher dimensions contain so much wondrous things. And of course, a big component of that is other species and life forms and energies that dwell or live on other planets. So our connection with other, like some people call them aliens, I call them brothers and sisters of the universe, we're going to have a lot more contact with them, both physically and energetically. And things are going to really escalate for us in terms of our ascension. And it's going to get faster, it's going to get easier, and there's going to be a lot more love and light. There'll be a lot more guidance. So, there's going to be a lot more things like dragons and unicorns and, these so many more beings are going to be with us that we're going to be able to feel and see and interact with and learn from and get downloads from. And, if I just think about all of the wisdom that's being held in all of the races and the species of all of the different brothers and sisters out there, then it's a bit mind-blowing, and it's just amazing. And I can just feel very much we're going to feel it in our third eyes, and just those cosmic connections are going to become so much stronger and incredible. So, it is, as I say, no energy work that we ever do goes wasted. But who knew that it was going to impact so much and so far? So, yeah, I want to acknowledge that the Galactic Council was the words that came to me that showed me that. So I want to acknowledge them, and I'm incredibly grateful. So look, okay, enough rambling from me. I really hope that you enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with any empaths or sensitives who are going to benefit. Okay, this is like the user manual for you. So I will put a link to the guide on how to do this. It's about 16 minutes long, but once you get knowing like what you're doing, the techniques, you can really do it in under a minute. So please let me know how you go. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer your questions. And if there's anything that you want to know more about, please let me know in your comments, and I will endeavor to make another recording for you to help. So namaste to all of you beautiful divine beings on this planet. I am honored to connect to you and your beautiful gifts. And until next time, I am Siobhan Coulter, and I am yours in love.